Morning, no disrespect. Just want to clarify something. Y'all heard that song that I posted for Mims that had her dad in there? I really like Mims. Just tell you the truth, Michael Mims that was saying he buried me on that. I just want to clarify. I want to address him directly. I didn't that day. Excuse me. Just woke up. I got some work to do. I took a little bump. So I got the sniffles. Anyway, when I was talking to Aaron, man, the other day, I just want to document a couple of little things right there since he threatened my life. I ain't worried about it, but I just want to document a couple of things to clarify. I think a lot of Michael. I don't think he's out of place necessarily. Maybe misunderstanding, but anyway, but I talked to, I ain't going to say much about our private conversation, but when I talked to Aaron, man, the other day, you want to call him that, he said, you spoke your piece. I'd send him a little 2-minute message with my voice. She must not have told him much about me. My action do the talking. You know what I'm saying? We were just chatting on the internet, bro. But you said, you spoke your piece. When he was talking, he said, hey, you got to speak your piece. I'm going to speak mine type shit. And he let me know who he was, where he come from, how he felt about her, blah, blah, blah. Not blah, blah, blah. I heard him out, and I listened to it, and I can appreciate what he said. But he said, I was just really shocked when he said, you spoke your piece. No, I ain't even got started. We were just small talking, just chatting on the internet, bro. I was just giving you a little introduction, a little greeting. Like, hello, how you doing? And saying I ain't even begun to speak my piece. That's why I wrote that song, because you obviously wasn't trying to conversate. Saying you act like you'd invite me over, and then all of a sudden you dropped the call, you didn't call back. I guess you don't take your marriage very serious. I used my voice and was messaging you direct for days before I heard from you. That's why I'm not messaging you now, and I'm just going to go post this right there since someone threatened my life and everything. It ain't no big deal. And I know you apologize for that with text, but see, Michael really loves his daughter. He's always been that way. She's been the apple of his eye, just like she's mine. And he knows how to act, when it comes to marriage, come to family, kids, stuff like that. I ain't saying you don't. I'm just saying I like how Mike jumped right on the voice message. He heard my voice, and he's like, hell yeah, give me that. And he jumped on there and told me, hey, boy, you know what I'm saying? I like that. That's how you should have been about your marriage, honestly. And if she really was your girl, you would. And it wouldn't have took me messaging her with a proposal for her to change her name on Facebook if she's really that thrilled about your marriage. I'm just saying. I ain't trying to start no problems. I'm just saying the proof's in the pudding. You know what it is. I'm a problem, or he wouldn't respond that way to me. And I ain't threatening nobody, I ain't stalking nobody, I ain't bothering nobody. I just message her and check on her. I'm the one that was stuck with her hospital bill whenever she got sick, but I didn't mind. Even though she didn't have my permission, I went ahead and let that slide. I'm the one who told her to go to the hospital when she had pneumonia. Anyway, it's not a big deal. I just want to document this for any authorities or anybody who may be keeping up with this, because I know that they watch me. And I know that. And you can quit insinuating I don't. I told them to. Keep that eye on me. Why? Because I meet people of a certain significance, and I do things of a certain significance, which is good for America, and it's good for the world. And if you're wise, you tune into it, and at least keep some kind of tab on me. I'm an honest man, and there ain't many of us. I believe Michael's an honest man as well. But anyway, I didn't address him the other day, and I kind of made a spectacle of him putting that right there in the song. I wanted to show him the respect he deserves, so I wrote him one. And I ain't going to spit it on the beat like a rap song, because I don't think he really into rap. But I am going to read the word right here. But just so you know, fans, I ain't begun to speak my piece. I just chatting with you on the internet like a prepubescent teenage girl, you know what I'm saying? Just giving you a little greeting, letting you know, hey, I don't mean no harm. But I ain't begun to speak my piece. But you know what I'm saying? After that song, I guess, we're officially underway, you know what I'm saying? We're in the process of. But I ain't going to be done speaking my piece on Aaron Mills. And, you know what I'm saying? It's going to take an eternity for me to speak my piece on Aaron Mills, just so you know. So I hope you prepare for everything she come with as a wife. There are many men who love a woman worth having. Many men who would want a woman worth having. You know what I'm saying? If anybody loves her, then you can safely assume that there's a few who are interested. No, you know what I'm saying? You can call it marriage all you want, you know what I'm saying? The document don't make nothing. What a piece of paper should mine first. You know what I'm saying? No gives his backseat, no takes his backseat. I licked it, you know what I'm saying? It's mine. I'm just saying. I ain't trying to be rude. But I loved her long before you did, and we got a story that's already being told for you, rich, you ugly head. I ain't trying to be ugly. Just letting you know. That paper don't make her your wife. And she'd been my wife since the day we met, you asked me. Just so you know. So you got competition. I'm just trying to be clear. Definitely got competition. I am definitely challenging you. You know what I'm saying? And I believe she's worth fighting to the death about. So if you're ready to go, we can start whenever you're ready. Okay? More than willing. That's what I'm trying to let you know. And I'm just trying to be letting you know in a polite way. I ain't barking up the wrong tree trying to be annoying or dang. I'm just letting you know. I ain't attacking, I ain't reaching out. You know, if I'm not wanted, I don't go where I'm not wanted. I don't go where I'm not welcome. That's not where I want to be. I just wanted to contact you with respect. Tell you man to man, you got competition. And you ever drop the ball, ever give me a chance. Just like a snake, you ever leave a crack in the door and he get his nose through it. You had the whole thing in there. Same as a mouse. Snakes and rats are like that. The mouse ain't got the little bitty toothpick spine. You ever get his nose in the door, he's in there. I'm just letting you know. You better be the most solid husband that there is that she could ever hope to have. Or you gonna have problems. Because I love her. Letting you know, Vance. But now, to Mike, her daddy. I just wanted to read these words to you, man. I wrote you one. Just to show you the respect you deserve, so hopefully you quit making an ass of yourself. Embarrassing yourself, attacking the one who loves your daughter the most, man. Apparently it ain't you no more, so. Anyway, I'm gonna quit being so dang stubborn, prideful, hard-headed. We're too much alike. When we butt heads, I forgive you, just so you know I don't hold nothing against you. I wrote these words so you know for sure. Be with me, Lord. Bless and move on his heart, Lord. All the parties involved. I ain't got to ask you to move on Aaron's heart, because I'll do that. And I already have. You denied I just want to. But I asked you to move on the men's heart involved and move on my heart. Most men wouldn't care enough to show the respect I am right now. And he definitely showed me the appreciation he deserved the other day. You know, the call was dropped and I didn't hear back. And I think he should be more responsible about his marriage. But who am I to say? You know what I'm saying? I had my chance. But I'll be damned if I don't get another. Here it is right here. Anyway, this song I just called Michael. You can call it a song if you want to. It is a song. It just ain't got no music to it yet. As a kid, it was suggested I should be like Mike. Said once I learned I wouldn't forget, like I'd ride back. Lost my way a time or two as high as flying kites. Heavy rain, thunder rolling, bright white lightning strike. Trying to keep my mind as sharp as switchblade butterflies. But I turn right to mush, I look into your daughter's eyes. If only I'd have known that day what I realized tonight, I might have saved our family from the fangs of fighting vipers bite. I like to think I'm kind of keen, you may not agree. Just know your daughter, man, she mean an awful lot to me. And probably always will no matter what, so might just need to leave me be yourself, cause hell, I tell you what, quite honestly. True love ain't something you can dictate or complete control, and life will take its toll on those who almost sold their souls. You wasn't there that night, we conjured up demonic force and cast it at her mama for the torch she wouldn't pass it scorched. That scar across her forehead says a lot about her childhood, huh? Not blaming you, just saying flowered in the wild wood crush. Too young if you ask me, and what I've done to her wasn't helping much. But I repent and been forgiven, and I'm thankful enough. You want to speak to me, just call me up and we'll catch up. You can help me with the doctor bills, cause I don't make not near enough. Must think I'm blind, huh, Mike? Well, I see clear enough. Don't live in fear of nothing still, though. Now I'm tearing up. That's a lie. Not quite, but I am tempted to. Just knowing how I let her down. It's on her head, though. Hell, if anybody wear a crown. At least to me, always belonged upon some sort of throne. I know I done her wrong, but long ago we both moved on. Just thought I'd check upon her. Heard she had a baby, cool. Hate that ours didn't survive, but hey, life can be crazy cruel. Don't get me wrong now when I say I'm finna make a move. Don't know what I may do, but dang sure ain't nobody fool. But if I was, I'd be your daughter's with the way she do her makeup, which she never even needed, and her lacy loose, fit fusing shit in layers wrapped up, looking like a fairy tale, turned quick to scary hell, so long I guess, and fare thee well. But one thing I know for sure now, I don't want to be like you. Refuse her one true love and threaten me the way you do. If only hell you knew, as you should always care to do, who I'm prepared to be for her, you'd realize you've been really rude. I didn't mean no harm that night I finally stripped her nude. I always treat her better than the floozies I've been cruising through. Still a jerk at times, I made her cry a time or two, and hit her too. Only once, but it was enough to shake me up, 'cause shoot. Never felt this way for no one else, sir, only her. And since we ain't been talking, I've been giving thought to phoning her. But when I call on her, I tend to get this shit from you again. And trust me, I got daughters too. I understand, old friend, so shit. How about you bite your tongue if you ain't trying to hear me out before I clear you out? I'm present in the here and now. You in the past with all that bullshit that we did as kids and fucking up her future. Soon you'll see just to me who she is. And you realize you ain't the one who loves her most no more. A crying shame you lost your way, but hey, there's still a door that you can knock upon. Hell, come on by, why not today? Come correct, cause if you crooked, I'ma set you straight. Whatever it may take to prove my love, I'm willing to. Well, good and ready for it, perhaps involve me killing you. Won't matter much now that she grown up enough to sense it's true that you slipped up like me and most men when they tempted to. Just tell your daughter, if you will, what I've been sent to do. Or what's that meant for you? That's right, I'm here to sentence you. Yo, man, forget it. Overlook me tripping through this bullshit, typical of me. Just know, I will remember you. As a kid, it was suggested I should be like Mike. Said once I learned I wouldn't forget. Like I'd ride a bike. Lost my way a time or two, was high flying kite. Heavy rain, thunder rolling. About that time when bright white lightning strike. Yeah, like vipers bite. Since I was in diapers, I admired, man, my Uncle Mike. He didn't like me much. So what? He wise in his own eyes. Spend most of his time trapped in his mind where, man, he knows it all. But one day, Lord gonna come to call. Yeah, Mims, Michael Mim, back to Michael Mim. I just mentioned my uncle there because I was going to eventually write a verse for every man named Michael that's really inspired me. There's quite a few in my life I've known named Michael. They're my favorite people. All my favorites in life have been named Michael. And I've known quite a few that were worth knowing. But anyway, I planned on writing one for my uncle too, so excuse that a little bit. But Michael Mims. The night we met, we talked to dawn over a bowl of dope. 2 or 3 perhaps, forget, it was so long ago. I never thought I'd meet your daughter and fall in love, or what was almost love, puppy love, held close enough. Thought a lot of you, felt like we were kindred souls. Felt like I knew you though, we'd never even met before. You shook my hand before you left just as the sun come up. You told me keep in touch, chin up about that other stuff. Felt like you meant it when you said it, you seemed so sincere. It was refreshing cause I wasn't really seeing clear. A shame, but sometimes when I'm tempted to withdraw in fear, God tried to intervene, I tell him not to interfere. Felt like you the other day. Anyway, about the other day, you said you'd bury me if I didn't stop with all the love I have for Erin. She ain't gotta marry me, just trying to get some clarity. Ain't always been so fair with me, but I don't need your charity. I forgive you, cause she stretched the truth a bit back then, but didn't lie about how wicked I can be and shit. Not sure I broke her heart, but definitely pissed her off. She left some details out, but wouldn't have made much of a difference. All in all, I don't expect her to come right out with the absolute. You take a notion, say the word, and we can battle, dude. I know you ain't the one to come against in such a way, but I miss her and think about her every fucking day. And I don't care if it's the wrong tree that I'm barking up. I tend to make a bit of racket when I target you. Make no mistake, I got that bullseye in my sniper scope. I'll potty train her boy and get him out of diapers, though. I know I piss you off a bit with all these rhymes I wrote, but I can't even try no more to act like I ain't dying low-key. Deep down in my gut, I know I let her down to killing me. The only girl who felt compelled to keep it real with me. She may not have kept it real with me, but I do believe she was the only girl who felt compelled to keep it real with me. You know, I don't care if she got married, man, she's still with me. Good luck escaping what you can't. I ain't got to feel for me. Just thought I'd reach out since I'm paying all her bill, you see? Since I'm paying on her medical. Ain't said a word to her now. I guess she didn't tell you, huh? Well, I don't mind. Just glad she got the treatment needed, bruh. My papa had pneumonia once. It seemed to me it really sucked. He showed up soaking wet from head to toe with Tyler strung out up and down, went round and round for hours, about to dial him up. Hospital took her in. Think she went to Riverview. I sat there thinking about how smooth she threw the interview. Bree taught her well. Ain't hard to tell, deceitful what I tend to do. Can't deny how beautiful she lit up when she mentioned you. Can't deny how beautiful she lit up when she mentioned you. She always thought a lot of you, man. And she said she wanted peace and harmony, so the way we was going about the other day ain't the way to. I was just trying to be respectful. I figured, you know, saying it's wrong for another man to love. It's wrong, you know, the Bible, it discourages, and it really is wrong. Whether the Bible says so or not, it's wrong for a man to covet another man's wife. Don't covet the wife of your neighbor. Don't covet the wife of your brother. Don't envy a man for his wife or wanting to take her for your own or be with your father's wife and so on and so forth. We know this. Deep down, it's wrong. Well, I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? When you love somebody, you love somebody. So I didn't feel right keeping it to myself. I just wanted to contact and be direct and let you know. You know what I'm saying? That I love her. I let her know that I love her. I didn't know because she hadn't changed her name. So obviously she don't take much pride in that marriage. Obviously she's there for survival, if you ask me. Or she would have been thrilled to change her name just like every girl is when she gets married. I don't know what kind of bullshit y'all on. But I had no idea, and it wasn't right there for me to see. And she wouldn't even respond when I messaged her. I messaged her with absolute respect, listen to any of the messages. All I did was tell her, hey, how you doing? I got stuck with her hospital bill and been expected to pay it for years, an expensive one. But I didn't mind, ain't said a word, and after nothing. I want to check on her. And she pops up in my house. Anytime I see her, I'll pick her up, take her home, you know what I'm saying? Stood up to my wife. She tried to throw her out, but just coming to visit. Made my wife go to bed. So that's one of my best friends in life. And never, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of bullshit you're on. Supposed to be in Southern Brothers, you're supposed to have respect and standards and stuff. I'm not trying to be disrespectful and insult you. I'm just saying. I found it out, you know what I'm saying, when I realized I want to talk to her pretty bad and I still love her and everything. I ain't stuck on her and I ain't pursuing her or nothing. I don't pursue a married woman. I just prefer that it be known. If I'm going to fuck up and love another man's wife or some shit, or if I'm going to have love for a girl that's this strong and know that she's married and just found out, you know what I'm saying? Had no way of knowing. I don't troll people's pages and shit. I just contacted her directly, check on her, see how she been. I wasn't going to bring up the hospital bills or nothing. I'm just bringing it up now because I feel like, you insulted me. But it ain't no big deal. I ain't worried about my pride in this. I'm just letting you know. I'd rather y'all know than not. Marriage starts with M, ends with E, and then me. So I treat her husband now. This is an extension of her. And I treat him as well as I treat her, given a chance. He's just not being real direct or real clear about his intentions of what is going on, but he don't owe me no explanation. Anyway, I had no way of knowing, just letting you know. But now that I know, I still love her. And so I prefer it be known rather than not, because I'm not sneaky on the creep, and I don't have to resort to threatening violence or anything like that. I just tell it like it is. Compassion, honor, respect, integrity, sincerity, trust. I just figured it ought to be known. You love somebody that much, you kill and die for them. She knows it. She already did. I just ain't heard from her in a while, so I thought I'd check in. You know what I'm saying? She would message me back, let me know, hey, I'm married now, leave me alone. I would always respect her wishes, but apparently she can't be mature about things. Okay? She resorted to blocking me, so I told one female and one male. I just did a long spiel. Just to, I figured it'd get to her. I just picked one male that I knew that I thought might know her, and one female that I knew. And I told them, hey, I love her like nobody else, and I wish I could get in touch with her. And it wasn't the next day you had that threatening message on my messenger. Well, this all could have been avoided had she would have just told me directly. And I think, hell, that's having a child that died in the womb and everything. Everything we went through for many years, me housing her and everything else. I ain't saying she owed me nothing. I'm just saying, I believe we could have avoided any of that, but she may have been nervous and mad, not knowing what kind of tip I was on and didn't want to risk it. That's perfectly understandable. I respect that. So I'm just letting you know, Michael. You know what I'm saying? This ain't going to end. It's something you're going to deal with eternally. So get used to it. Or let's go ahead and hash it out however you want to. You know where I'm at. 1746 Macedonia Road, 35901, Gaston, Alabama, Etowah County. Saying, you're more than welcome anytime. I've always thought a lot of you. And I love you too, believe it or not. And I've seen a lot of things in you that remind me of me. Not to compare. I'm not trying to insult you. Just saying. We are cut from a similar cloth, if not the same. I wanted to address you more directly. The first one, though, it wasn't about you, and it ain't none of your business who I'm in love with or who she may or may not be. But it is your business who she being bothered by. It's all overlooked at, but I wanted you to know. I wanted to address you more direct. And that day that I posted that song, don't forget to look it up. That's 622. You know what I'm saying? Study any of them numbers. I didn't put no thought into it. God says a lot. Arrange them in every which way. Anyway, I just didn't feel right not addressing Michael Mills since he made a real serious threat on my life. I know how he is. He's funny, man. And he's really a person who means what he says, if you ask me. Someone I enjoy and appreciate, respect, and admire in many ways. He's just under the wrong impression, so I just hope to just give you a little bit of clarity. Because I know it's hard for her to explain everything that's happened in many years that's going to stress you out and have you asking questions. She's trying to tell you the shortest, sweetest version so she ain't got to spend a bunch of time on this bullshit drama. Hell, if you love somebody, you ought to let them know. That's the way I was looking at it. Hey, I've always let her know from time to time. You know, I ain't gonna say excuse me. I ain't gonna apologize. I damn sure ain't sorry. But I will address you, as I just done, with respect, and wish you the best. But I'm just telling you, when it comes to my love for your daughter, man, you're gonna be dealing with this for as long as there's anything to be dealt with. It ain't going away. Get used to it.